Yeah, happy birthday to myself. Oh, that's how I'm feeling, now I'm playing. Yeah, who got the drinks cause I'm paying. Yeah, I see these boys still want fame, but I ain't buying into that, their pockets still the same. I want some change, put a Benji in the frame. Kiss a baddie if a bestie is a flame. We ain't on radio, but we still running the game. I'm looking at your top 5 and they ain't in my lane. I'm running.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy. It's Indigo Saint. I'm a hip hop artist. I'm from Bulawayo. I am currently Cottage 47 hub leader. I'm also a mental health advocate, a budding young entrepreneur as well, um, a hustler, a musician, a brother, a friend. Yeah, and yeah, man. I think that pretty much sums up who I am. Yeah. All right. I guess growing up, I was influenced a lot by literature and by music. I've always been I've always been a person who read a lot, even when I was a kid. Getting lost in storybooks, novels. I read Macbeth when I was in grade 4. And that was as a result of my dad. My dad used to be an English teacher, he used to teach literature and English literature, that is. And you know, having seen him also as a youngin, when I was a kid, uh, you know, um, put together stage plays and write, and a lot of the music that I listened to when I was growing up was music that he liked, and the music that we used to listen to used to be on records. So and he'd always bring this up, with the music, like how clean the sound used to be back in the day, and how you could actually literally like listen into the studio process, because can actually kind of hear the studio when you're listening into like a record. So when I was growing up, I just always loved music. I was in choir when I got to high school. Found out I could sing a little, but I was always writing poetry, and I was always writing short stories. And in my gap year, when I took a gap year, this was 2010. I just decided, let me get into the studio and yeah, and see what happens from there. And it's been great, man. It's been great. Always loved music, and this kind of felt like, it kind of felt predetermined. But I only really understood that a few years back, maybe like 4 or 5 years back, that if it's not music, without it, I don't know what I'd be. So yeah. And yeah, man, I think music is such an amazing vessel, because in it you can convey things that you're not currently feeling at that moment, but that someone else is. I'm also someone who believes that there's nothing that's been invented that someone hasn't thought of. So nothing really is purely original. And that's to say, even with like feelings or emotions. And when I write, I always allow myself space to be honest with what I'm gonna say, or what I'm trying to say. At least I always try and write from an honest perspective, and that's allowed me, to be, as as you said, like vulnerable with my music. I know also, being a guy, vulnerability isn't something that a lot of people would look at and consider as a strength. But I also don't subscribe to world beliefs, or to popular beliefs. So I always do what feels right for me in the moment. And Um, my journey with my mental health has been something that's given me a great awareness as to the type of person that I am, and also as to the type of person that I'm trying to be. Um, in the sense of being there for other people, but ultimately also being there for myself, and understanding that without that, without me actually being there for myself, I can't be there for other people, So, um, yeah, so that was an important, an important rock bottom to hit, with I'm saying that in the sense of like the mental health bit, discovering my depression and unraveling my anxiety. um, I think that was a major turning point, for my music and for my career. I think, with the album, I I do have, some stories around mental health, but it's more on mental wellness, and bouncing back and recovering. Um, yeah, and wow, this is really long, but um, I guess where I was trying to, where I was trying to take this is, it's a step, like in your journey with your mental health, or you're going to hit rock bottom, but you're not going to stay there. And for me, this album is kind of a reflection of that. I've stepped into a space in which, like, I feel and I believe in myself, so much, like so much, way more than I did a year ago. And I'm more confident about my gifts than I was, in the past, and that's as a result of me accepting all of my flaws, and also acknowledging that my flaws don't actually make me, who I am. They don't determine my tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, we found it clock, and yeah, and it's been hard, yo. I can't even. I'm not gonna pretend it's been easy. For one, I always knew there's something. I always knew there's something that I had to do, um, and getting the support for it has been difficult, but it's been done. I've met amazing people. I always try as much as possible when I'm telling my story to make it, evident and very obvious that it's not just me. I've met amazing young people, people who inspire me, and their communities, and those are the people that keep me going and keep me focused on achieving goals, or you know trying to reinvent myself, and more so doing it in such a way that, in whatever that reinvention looks like, it's in a way that gives back to a community, my community. um, but it's been great, man. Like, I mean, we started this last year, paid for the hosting, built the site, um, all of this off, selling some t-shirts. Um, Made an album, sold the album, got some money, used that money, made some t-shirts, sold those t-shirts, built the website, and it's always just been about that. It's always been about, taking it to the next step and taking it to the next level, and yeah, and trying to make it in a way that, like, always the platform is going to be free, and that it feels safe, and that the people who are counseling are people, who also understand that. um, yeah there still is I still feel like there's a lot of work to be done, as far as, like, reducing stigma and raising awareness, and but I will say it's a lot better now in 2020 than it was in 2016 when we started. A lot more young people are more conscious of, their mental health. And I guess it's like something, it's a topic that's also become, um, you know, prevalent, I guess, in pop culture and in music and in film and in art. So that's one thing that's like making it a bit easier for us to, you know, to break barriers. Yeah. Uh, yeah, a lot of my music deals with like the things that I go through, man. Like I still haven't quit smoking. I was actually just smoking just now, and you know, I've said this. I guess in the past I've said, addiction is a form of a mental illness, and I know I don't need it, but my body doesn't know that, and my body is my subconscious mind, and I'm learning to unlearn my dependency on things. Um, but it is a journey, and it's something that I still am trying to conquer. Um, but I will in due time. In due time, it would help if like they weren't, man, serious. Yeah, man. Cigs feel so good, bro. Like, and that's capitalism for you. They package the things that kill you and make them glossy and make them glamorous so that you try them out once and they have you forever. I try as much as possible to not glamorize it and to not make it something that when kids hear me talk about, they want to try it out or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm close to quitting. I feel, I feel, yeah. Um, I guess with me, I guess like the people that I'm really trying to get to, bro, are like people who are open to discovering truth or whatever that means for them. Like reality is so misconstrued. Sometimes we feel we share the same reality, but we don't actually do. But the one thing that's true is the truth, and like truth is something that's universal to all of us. And yeah, without sounding too much like a hippie, those are the people. Those are the people that I'm really trying to reach out to. People who have started that journey towards enlightenment. I don't feel enlightened myself, but I know I'm on the path of, and I know the people that I meet are people who will bring me closer to that. And through my music, that's also something that I try to do, to get people to wake up. Um, you know, um, yeah. There are a lot of half truths in the world, and one of the things that I truly believe in is that something is either true or it's not, and if you have to question its truthfulness, then perhaps you already have the answer. So um, yeah, I'm just out here really just on my journey, trying not to think about it too much, and just getting into the studio and making the music that I feel is right for me to be making at the time. And yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. Like that's the demographic I'm really trying to reach out to, so and yeah, and it's that at some point we have to shift cultures. That's one of our vision. That's our mission statement as a hub. Shifting every culture, and it's that, and it's meeting people who have a different set of beliefs, and encompassing those and fueling the ones that we share in common, you know. Um, but yeah, but like to you know, ultimately to create and to carve a new culture, you know, a new way of thinking, a new way of treating each other, a new way of you know, a new way of making music, and you know, um, yeah, man. I mean, like, I don't want to say that the tension doesn't exist, um, but I think it's not so much so between the artists. I think it's within the structures. Like I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm not gonna be able to take it back, but it is what it is, right? But you know, history shows, bro. Like, you know, it's harder if you're from Bulawayo. It's just the way it is. You know, you have to make it. You have to make it big here, and then you have to go make it big in H. You know what I'm saying? And I guess maybe that's where like the tensions lie. Where it's like, yeah, I get like the opportunities also aren't equal, and they're also not fair. But you know, with that being said, again, like the tension, I don't think the tension exists between the artists. Some of my like closest friends are artists from H. One of my closest friends, rather, let me say that. Before it sounds like I'm claiming all of H Town. But yeah, man, like, and I'm a fan of a lot of artists from H, like straight up. And just like purely just being a fan of like their music and their craft and how they're moving and how they're doing things, without it necessarily being a thing where you know, I love their work so much I wanna collaborate. Now I just love the work that they do because it inspires me. And you know, I think like that sense of that type of collaboration, I feel is deeper. You know, I think as artists also just it's just something that we also kind of have to learn, that we have to learn to be. Because at first, before you're an artist, you're a fan. You know what I mean? And if you can't be a fan, you know, how are you going to cultivate your own? You know, but yeah, I think we need to get to a point where we stop seeing each other as artists from cities. And I mean, yeah, like that sounds far-fetched because, you know, hip-hop is always about West Coast, East Coast, whatever, but the same the States. And I think we will have a lot more unity if we're just considered as artists, and it didn't matter where we're from, you know. Because I feel like that also makes it a thing where, you know, we're always gonna have this conversation, and the conversation is gonna be, yet there are amazing artists in Ontario too, and there are amazing artists in Wange, and there's dope artists in Gweru, and there's dope artists in Kadoma and Kwekwe, and it's like, yeah, but you know, what happens to those niggas from like those cities? Like, also now you have to come to Skies and then make it in Skies. So, you know, I just feel like it's a bit much, and I just feel like we just have to belong to just, you know, the genre. It's like, yo, this is Zim Hip-Hop, fuck where you from. Why does it matter? You know, why does it matter for real? But yeah, that's just, you know, that's just me, and yeah, that's just how I think. I think maybe perhaps like that barrier could be like broken down, you know. And yeah, and also maybe perhaps like cross-genre or cross-discipline collaborations. You know, it's like I talk a lot to like bloggers and to poets and to artists. Yeah, just to see and just to learn how they create and how they move and how they monetize what they're doing. But also I talk to all of these people because like I also have like an interest in like their disciplines. Sometimes I only find out how much of an interest I have when I go and actually check them out. So, you know, someone who hosts a podcast knows a lot about holding an audience than me as an artist, you know. But there's a lot that I can learn from them, you know, creatively, or maybe even in a business sense. So I think we need more of that cross, not just like cross genre collaborations, but also cross discipline collaborations, you know. Yeah, and just being creative with it, you know, and seeing what we come up with, yo. If I wasn't a musician, I've always, like, growing up, I had a love for you know, tech and computers and programming, and I still code. Like, we built Tota. I had to learn the JavaScript language, React. That's what we built it in. So I'm self-taught in that. Learning a bit of Vue.js, which is cool. But yeah, I've always just loved coding, man. Like, code kind of just always makes sense. And it's fun, you know, to take something from nothing and to create something. It's almost musical in a way, you know. So I think if I wasn't making music, that's definitely what I'd be doing. I always wanted to work for Google. Yeah, and then I figured out, like, in my early 20s, that I wasn't gonna make a good employee. So I kind of let go of that dream. I still want to work with, so I still love to work with Google, but not for. So, but yeah, but I know, you know, pet project maybe like in like 3 or 4 years. We'll see. We'll see how that comes along. But it would definitely be that. It would definitely be that. There's absolutely. I don't think there's anything else that I'm as good as at. You know. So yeah, man. Like, it'll definitely be that. Yeah, bro. Like, we out here, we artists, but, you know, we low key geeks too. You know. So yeah, just want to break that stigma that, oh, we artists and we just artsy. Yeah, no, we smart too, bro. We smart too. We intelligent niggas. You know, we intelligent Steve Jobs, Bill Gates ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. I guess what I'd say to anyone who's like on a come up as well, you know, just believe in your vision, you know. Like, if you thought it, you know, you have a responsibility to yourself to see it through, you know. And um don't take things too personally, um but also don't pay too much attention to people who have advice for you. Which is funny because I'm saying this as well, you know. But I mean, you have to be in a space in which you believe in yourself. That the belief that you have in yourself is so much, it almost makes you seem insane. If you know, there must never be anyone who believes in you more than you do, more than you believe in yourself. You know, so that's one thing I'd say for sure. Like, just trust the process, and, you know, just keep your head down and just keep working. You know, just try everything. You know, and research. You know, I steal a lot, bro. Like, a lot of the things that I've come up with have just been me adding a little bit of me to it, but of having read about someone else doing something similar, or someone else trying something, you know what I mean? And you know, I read a lot, and I research a lot, and I watch a lot, and I learn a lot. And I think that's also been very instrumental to my growth. I'm always keen, and I'm always eager to learn. And what I don't like, I don't keep. What I love, I keep forever. You know. So, and those are like my upgrades. You know. And yeah, and I think that's something that could apply, you know, to everyone, whether you've made it or whether you're still like gonna come up. It's just that, just never get tired of learning, you know. Yeah, and yo, people you should look out for. I have a list, bro. Definitely Low Key V. He dropped the project in April. Called The Longest EP. Dope project. You should check out the video on YouTube. I think it's called Drowsy. T Mac, the fortune teller. Well, he's T Mac now. He's got an album coming out called Chimurenga. I did a song with him called Tena Taibu. I also did a song with Asaph called what's it called again? I keep hearing like so in my head, but it's not. Checking on Price. That's the name of the song. T Mac, the fortune teller. Yeah, so he's got an album coming out soon called Chimurenga. Prolific. He has an album coming out soon too. He has an album and 2 EPs. Larry the Nomad. Dope Afro pop, you know, Afro fusion, Afro hip hop artist. Like he's just destroying like those, you know, definitions and lines. Who else am I forgetting? Billius the Majestic, he's fire, yo. Like, yo, he is fire, he's fire. I also got to listen to his album. It's called Took You Long Enough. Funny. But it did take him a while to make that project, but it's worth it. And yeah. Drummer Boy Kenny as well. He has an album coming out called Tell Your Friends. King Ed, he's fire. Like we did a song on his album. I've forgotten the title of his album, yo. Damn. But I have a feature on his album. Dope artist. He's from Bindura, but I think he's rapping H. What else am I forgetting? Yeah, man. Damn. I might need to write this down because just from the top of my head, I'm just trying to think of who I haven't said. Lyndon is fire. He's from Bulawayo as well. MJ Sings is dope, yo. Like he's an R&B artist. Boy Nino, he's crazy. He's got a feature with MT now. I'm really trying to make sure that I put everyone on as much as I can, you know. But yeah, there's just so many people that I just fuck with, bro. Just like insane talent. Prince, oh my god, Prince is crazy, yo. Yeah, yo, there's so many artists that I'd really like love to get into the studio with. I think definitely Denim Mods and Union 5. I feel like, you know, they're really top tier artists and always reinventing themselves, which is something that I find like really cool. And Michael Tuna, he's dope, man. Like formerly Maniac, insane artist. Like I just, yo, like there are people who inspire me musically, and then there are people who inspire me, you know, of the nature of who they are. And he's just like one of those people, just an amazing energy and an amazing spirit, bro. Like just, you know, definitely love to like work with him. Soko Matamai, yeah, man. Shaki's always been dope. Do Major, he's fire too. Love to work with Boy Tricky because I've been hearing his beats. His beats are insane. Yeah, man. From my city, I think like pretty much everyone that I've wanted to work with, I already have. You know, and again, you know, to be honest, like I'm so blessed to be a part of a team where I don't have to yearn for features. Like everyone in my squad is just like hella lit. You know, I've worked with Drummer Boy Kenny, I've worked with T Mac, I've worked with Prolific, I've worked with Larry the Nomad. I've worked with Loki. I've worked with Chi Chi. Like I've worked with Tandy. Yeah, I've worked with Portland. I've worked with Area 51, and these are like all people within like the same. We're all in the same team. So I'm really I'm really blessed to be to be where I am, and to have the people that I have around me. So but I'm definitely keen. I'm definitely keen to work with anyone. I guess it's also really just an energy thing, like there's some people, I guess, like they try me up to like work, but our energies just aren't in the same wavelength, you know what I mean? Like we're not, and that's not, and that's not dissing them, sometimes it's just really on me, sometimes the timing is great, sometimes it's not. Sometimes energies are great, sometimes the energies are not. But yeah, I just feel, if anyone would like to work, just hit me up. Maybe let's like have a conversation first, and we see if we're like more or less the same energy, and we get to work, and But yeah, man. Shout out, yo. Shout out to y'all. Thanks for having me. I hope this helps. I know I spoke a lot in a lot of bits there, but yeah, man. I hope this comes together nicely for y'all, and also, yeah, and thanks for affording me this opportunity. I mean, like, the album's coming soon, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's like my best body of work since the Blunt EPs. I've been waiting very long to do something that could match up to that. But yeah, I'm just in a really great space, and yeah. You guys also just let me know if you need anything. If there's anything I can do for you, just give me a shout. You have my number now. Just let me know, and I'll help out where I can. Oh wait.
So what? So you just look bad for free?
Hey yo, Portland. Can you hear these niggas?
Let's go. Yeah, shorty came with heats. Yeah, and she brought a team. Yeah, if she ain't come to heats, yeah, she can meet the team. Aye, face bait, head on, nailed it. Sheens, face bait, head on, nailed it. Sheens, yeah, shorty wanna heats. Yeah, I'ma let her heats. Aye, yeah, 6 inch heels. Damn, how you walking in them heels?